Hi everybody, Lynette here, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to share this video with you today because this is the first time I've ever done this before and I had so much fun creating it. So today, first project that I'm going to be doing in my Blossom journal is creating a fairy door. I've seen this done a few times. I know that the projects are out there and everything, but I had so much fun. I definitely wanted to share my process with you. So I am sure there are lots of digitals out there of fairy doors. I didn't do a lot of exploring. I was on Etsy buying some digital kits from My Porch Prince. So that's where I got a set of doors from her. I will leave a link to them in the description box down below. I like the fact that this door that I'm using here is wooden, because if I imagine a fairy door, it's a wooden door in a tree or something like that. The other doors in the set that she had like castle, they felt like they were part of a castle. They had like stone and things around the door. Anyway, I wanted to use the wooden door for this project, but I'm sure, there's a lot of other things I might use those other doors for later. I also like the fact that she has a shop discount. If you purchase multiple kits, you get a discount, and she's pretty reasonable, and I love her kits. I always love her kits. So anyway, I'll leave a link to these doors in the description box down below. So as you have watched in the video, I've cut this door out. I've cut around the frame and the door itself, and then I am looking for a book page. I wanted a image that looked like if I opened the door, it looks like the inside of a house. So I have a lot of different children's books, which is what I was looking through, and I was so happy to find a fairy tale book with a full image. Even though it's not a fairy on the inside, that little girl looks like she might possibly be getting into something, being mischievous, and that's what fairies do too. So I thought it was just the perfect image for this page. So I do encourage you to go through your children's books, maybe pick some up at the thrift store if you don't have any, and see what images might be fun if this is something you are interested in doing also. I also forgot to mention I did use my scoreboard to score down the side of the door where the hinges are and where I wanted to fold it. So I decided I just wanted to add some vintage book page to the background here on my journal page. So I just got an old dictionary page out of my stash. I ripped it to fit, and now I'm just going to glue that down to my book page. Alright, so the next part of this project is completely unnecessary, but I have these magnets in my stash and I always forget to use them in my journaling projects, and I always love watching other people use them. So I'm glad that I remembered them, and I decide that having a door in my book, having a magnet would be so much fun. So these magnets are great for these types of paper projects. I have bought magnets in the past that haven't been strong enough, or they've been too strong or too thick or something. So I really like these, and I'm pretty certain I bought them on Amazon, which means I should be able to find a link for them. I bought them years ago, but if I have the link, I will link them because I really like them. So I'm adding it and securing it down with masking tape. I started on the back of the little door. Here I'm showing you that I put it backwards. They were polar opposites or whatever that's called. So now here I added the masking tape. I let it stick to the magnet on the other side, and then I added my paper over the top, and I knew exactly where to place my magnet, so that was helpful. I just wanted to share that because I am kind of new to using magnets, as I think I've mentioned. And so anyway, that was just a helpful little trick in case you're new too. All right, so that vintage style piece of paper over there on the corner of the screen is what I'm adding to the back of my fairy door. It's nice and thick, which is what made me so happy about these magnets, because my experience in the past are my magnets typically aren't strong enough, but they are they are strong enough even to work through that thicker paper. So I added it to the door. It made it a lot more sturdy, and it also gave me a journaling spot. All right, and now just for a little added security, because I decide that I do want to make this door a tuck spot, so I can add a tag behind it, and that just gives me another little spot for journaling. So because I'm doing that, I wanted to add a little bit of paper to that magnet just to give it a little extra support so it doesn't move anywhere. And now I'm just going to glue down my door as a tuck spot. I decided that I wanted to use this glossy accents to just add a little bit of dimension to the metal pieces on the door. So I just want to give that shiny effect to the hinges on the door. And then I'm also going to use it to attempt, and I say that because it didn't work, but I decided to add a little pearl bead as a doorknob. Now, you might be somebody who don't like a lot of bulk in your journals, so maybe you would want to add something flat if you were doing this, but I wanted to add this little pearl bead as a doorknob. So I attempted to use the glossy accents, but you'll see later on in this video I end up hot gluing it on because I pop it off. So the hot glue worked great. It's still there. I've messed with it a bunch of times. But I love that glossy accent look across the metal pieces. I think it just adds a little bit of fun. So now I can't resist playing with a little bit more of this leaf trim. I use this throughout the whole journal all the time. I just love it. So I decided that I wanted my door to look a little hidden. If it's a fairy door and it's in a tree, it's going to be hidden behind some other flowers and vines and things, in my imagination anyway. So I get out the different leaf trims. I decided not to use the gold. I wanted to use the white and the green. And then I'm also going to play around with some silk flowers that I had in my stash and just decorate the front of it.
By the beauty of your life, I have seen a miracle. I have seen a miracle. Blessed days with you in the corner of my arm. I have seen a miracle. I have seen the sun it shines for you. The grass is green, the sky is blue, and there you are, like you are. You're feeling so natural. Find your blue-eyed way, my darling, will guide you, but you find it on your own. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound is to me. I have seen a miracle. I have seen a miracle. The earth is here, it's here for you. The 7 fish, the owls too. And there you are, like you are. You're feeling so natural. Find your blue-eyed way, my darling, will guide you, but you find it on your own. Oh, farewell, by the beauty of your life.
So I thought I would mention those little flowers that you see me gluing down there. Those are sold in the scrapbook section at Hobby Lobby in case you don't have any little flowers. And you did notice me cutting apart larger flower pieces to just make my little petal cluster there on the bottom, and I just love how that looks. That butterfly that's sitting at the top of the door, I end up not using it this time. I don't know, I felt like I wanted to see more of the door and not the butterfly, so I decided against that. Okay, so now I just decide that I want to add one of those labels that came in the collection just to the top of the page. I could add a title there or something when I go back and write in my journal later. And then I do add the blank manila tag from the kit into the back of this door, but when I actually finish the journal later on, a few days later, you can see that I did use the stamped tag that came in the collection and just added a couple decorative elements to that. And that is it. That is the end of this project. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch today. If you're watching this video and you're interested in the collection, I do have just a few of them left over on my website. That link will be in the description box down below, as well as all of the other links and things that I mentioned, the things that I used in this video. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.